Hello, everyone, and welcome to Inside the Newsroom. I'm Maddie Paul. Inside the Newsroom, we bring you the trending stories of the KELOLAND area, and we bring in our newsroom staff members to talk about those trending stories. And they just happen to be the same trending stories that you see every day on our website and on air. And I just got distracted a little bit because this is our live cam from Falls Park in Sioux Falls. There's a train going by right now. So okay, maybe I'm going to try to be a little less distracted by that. I'll cover it just like this. But let's get to our trending stories and less to the distractions, even though it is gorgeous outside right now. Governor Larry Roden is recommending that no additional state funding be sent to South Dakota schools. That was part of his budget address to lawmakers in Pierre on Tuesday. Jordan DeSmit caught up with two superintendents to hear their reaction to the governor's proposal.
South Dakota Governor Larry Roden is recommending no increase for K-12 education funding. A development Sioux Falls Superintendent Jamie Nold and Baltic Superintendent Eric Bass were not hoping to hear.
I don't think we were overly shocked that it was going to be zero. I think we were happy that it wasn't like a percent cut. Unfortunately, though, when you have a 0% increase, it ends up being a cut for school districts for a variety of reasons.
And when you hear the 0%, it is something that obviously you don't like to hear. And it's something that we'd prefer to have something that would be a positive number.
Roden cited lower birth rates and more families choosing alternative schooling as his reasoning for the 0% increase.
We don't really see the low birth rate as much, but the alternative instruction, families are choosing that, and that's their choice. And we believe that the best opportunity they're going to get is in a public school.
There's a change that continues to always happen with number of kids that will maybe with the birth rate. And so we did see over the last couple of years a decrease in numbers. We're not as worried about the numbers as we are the allocation per student.
Roden's proposal is not final, and both superintendents hope that number changes during the upcoming legislative session.
Maybe our legislatures will look and find some money that they can give schools to kind of help move our teachers forward and continue on the trend that we already have is moving them up on the pay scale.
We anticipate and hope that it will change, but obviously they need to be able to come up with some of those dollars to be able to do that. And so we're willing to help. We're willing to be part of that solution.
And Jordan DeSmit joins us at the digital desk to talk more about this story. And Jordan, this is a story that's about a reaction to events that happened earlier in the week. So for you as a reporter, how did you decide the story angle that you were going to take? And did it change that angle at any point?
And I knew we needed to talk to Sioux Falls because that's obviously the biggest school district in the state. So that's going to affect the most people. We need to talk to that superintendent. But another thing that came up in our morning meeting yesterday was that maybe we should reach out to a smaller district to see how they're handling it, so which is why I reached out to the Baltic superintendent. And you saw he was on Zoom there. That's because he was actually all the way over in Chamberlain for a superintendent's meeting conference, that sort of thing. So I'm grateful that he was willing to take a few minutes to talk with me and step aside and hop on a Zoom call.
Right. Was there anything that surprised you or stood out to you the most from your interviews?
I would say the soundbite that caught me as most striking was, the very first one I used from the Baltic superintendent. He's like, well, we're glad it wasn't a cut, but at some point, a 0% increase, it's going to be a cut. And I think a lot of that has to do with, I believe, just you're not adjusting for inflation, so I think that was most striking and the fact that both of them are like, yeah, we're willing to work and hoping that our legislators are going to make a change during the session.
I agree with you. That was kind of my biggest takeaway too, that both superintendents were hoping to not hear about a 0% increase, but it seems like they were very hopeful for the upcoming legislative session. Again, that was my biggest takeaway. But what kind of tone were you aiming for in this story after your interviews had concluded and you were writing this story?
Yeah, the thing I got from both superintendents, it wasn't like doom and gloom.
Yeah.
They didn't seem too worried, but they were a little concerned. I think that was just kind of the tone I wanted to set with my story. They seemed like they would have preferred, obviously, an increase, even if it was 1-2%. But they knew, at some point, they're going to have to receive more funding to make sure that their students can have the best experience possible.
Is there anything else that you hope viewers learn or take away from this story now?
I would say this is not over, for one thing. I mean, wrote in, suggested this, he proposed this, it doesn't mean that it's set in stone right now. I think there's going to be a lot of negotiations in the upcoming legislative session. I think Lauren Solik touched on that in her story when she talked with lawmakers. There's going to be some negotiations, and it's, this number very well could change.
Jordan, thank you so much for sharing these details here at the Digital Desk. And everyone, stick around. We're going to have more on Inside the Newsroom when we come back after the break. And welcome back to Inside the Newsroom. It's an incredible story of resilience, healing, and a strong family bond. A teenager from T is sharing her experience with acute myeloid leukemia, a rare form of cancer. And Sydney Hoyer told us how Cassandra Waltner is defying the odds in a recent Eye on KELOLAND story that aired last night. And Sydney, for brief context, since I'm not airing the story right now, could you sum up the story? What was it about?
Yeah, so Cassandra, she's now 19, but when she was 18, she was diagnosed with leukemia, and she was moved up to Rochester because at the time she was also pregnant, and so Sanford here wasn't able to have the tools to take care of her since she was pregnant also at the time. And so now she's finally home after quite a few months in the hospital up there, and she is cancer-free now.
With her baby too, right?
Yes.
And how did you learn about Cassandra's story?
So one of our production assistants here, actually, it is her cousin. So she pitched the story idea to us.
Wow. And why did you want to devote eye time to Cassandra's experience? Like, why not just make this a sort of daily turnaround story?
Honestly, her story is so complex. And like I said, it's about 6 months worth of story here. You know, you're talking not only leukemia, but she had all of these treatments. And then her sister was a donor. She had this baby in between there. There's just a lot of things going on in this story.
What do you think was one of the most important visuals or sounds that you captured in the story? And how did you capture that moment?
Actually, ironically, I feel like it's something that was sort of an accident, but the baby is there. And in the background of some of the shots, you can just hear her kind of babbling around. And so I think that kind of adds something to it.
And did anything happen that wasn't included in the story, but you think that our viewers should know about?
Yeah, so the sister in the story, Ariana, she was the donor to Cassandra, and she was actually at the time enrolled in a nursing program here in Sioux Falls. But when she was hearing that her sister was kind of just down in the dumps, needed a little bit of support, she actually dropped out temporarily, quit her job, and moved up to Rochester for a little bit, which I think is just a crazy but amazing thing for a sister to do.
Wow. It really goes into how this story was introduced to our viewers, you know, that resilience aspect, that healing, and once again, that strong family bond. What do you hope that viewers take away from a story like this?
I think this is just textbook definition of a feel-good story, because even though there are all of these heavy topics in it, you come out on the other side and it's just a great ending. So I just hope people kind of got some warm fuzzies from this story.
What was your biggest takeaway from this story?
It was just so cool to meet these people and to hear all they had been through, but they were still just so happy and positive and loving. And I just left there feeling really happy.
Well, Sydney, thank you so much for being here at the Digital Desk to talk about these details. And everyone, you can watch this story for yourself by heading to KELOLAND.com and searching for Cassandra's story. Just enter that QR code that you see on your screen right now, and it will take you to our homepage. And stick around, because we're going to have more coming up next on Inside the Newsroom. You will not want to miss these trending stories. Stick with us. And welcome back to Inside the Newsroom. A scary creature from medieval folklore will appear in Sioux Falls Friday night for Krampusnacht. Our digital reporter Ray Yost learned about this tale and how it's evolved from 4 local people here in Sioux Falls. And Ray, I love this story. It's quite a talkable today, I think. A lot of people watching it from our website and reading it. Your first line of the story is, and I quote, "Why would grown men dress like a scary legend from folklore?" And that's such a dynamic start. Why did you want to begin it that way?
I think it was a question that I was curious about is why are you doing this? Why would you want to dress up like this? And, it's if you look at the pictures, they're not happy, jolly folk. So I was curious and got my answer.
Yeah, I remember actually hearing you during this interview because we sit pretty close to each other in the newsroom. And you just literally asked that question, like, why would a grown man be dressed up and scaring children? But it kind of, in my opinion, built like a rapport with who you were talking to. And like, it was a very blatant question, but one that needed to be asked. And I'm just kind of curious for you as a writer, why is it important to ask those types of questions?
Well, I think you're looking for questions because you're looking for answers that are authentic and genuine and get to the heart of the matter. In this one, I figured it was a safe question because anyone who's going to dress like Krampus or Krampus, I think it's pronounced 2 different ways, they're going to have fun with it. They're willing to put themselves out there. So it felt like a pretty safe but still, important question to ask because it's like, they're not going around handing out treats and making everybody happy. Well, they're making some people happy.
Right.
Yeah.
How did you learn about this story idea to begin with? And what intrigued you the most as you were writing this?
I probably saw, I should say I saw it on social media and I may have heard a little bit on the radio. I think I can say that. I heard a little bit on the radio, but, or just in passing. So I'm always fascinated. I like kind of spooky things anyway.
Yeah.
And I'm always fascinated by people who are willing to kind of put themselves out there, and this is something different. So instantly it was like, I wonder what they're doing and what this is all about.
What was interesting to read about, too, is that my intrigue based off of your writing kept growing and growing. Because it's like answers were revealed like kind of right away, but you still had to keep reading to learn, like, why would this German professor be a part of this? Or why do grown men dress up as silly characters for this folklore?
Yeah.
And so for you writing that story, did you want to keep that intrigue growing? Was that intentional? That's just what I took away. But was that something you wanted from a viewer?
Yes. Yes, because you want to keep people, whether you're doing it for TV or whether you want to keep people watching, keep them interested. So certainly for a web story or KELOLAND original, you want to keep people flowing through the story, adding some new information. I mean, they can read the whole thing and come up with a new, and learn a new tidbit or something that fleshes it out a little more. So yeah, you do. Absolutely.
That's great. Well, Ray, thank you so much for being here at the digital desk to share about Krampusnacht. And everyone, you could read more about it by going to our website. Just scan that QR code that you see on your screen right now to take you there and read about Krampusnacht. And stay with us. We'll have more on Inside the Newsroom when we come back after the break. And welcome back to Inside the Newsroom. There is good chances for snow this weekend in KELOLAND, as I keep hearing Scott Munt and Brian Karstens talk about. And you know what? I'm okay with it, Scott, because guess what? What are we doing?
You are positive.
Positive Paul.
Positive Paul. Yes. You beat me to it. I thought of that too. You beat me to it.
Positive Paul for the snow. I'm really adapting. I feel much better.
Mad Maddie. That's an easy one.
Where's the Maddie meter?
Yeah, well, my computer's getting...
it's rebooting, right?
It's rebooting. It's getting some sort of update. I must have did something I probably shouldn't have done.
That's fine, Scott. I have a mild present for you that I just learned about from our digital media manager, Jody Staples.
Who's been on the show before.
Of course he has, and he does a great job on the show. He left a little treat in my folder that I use for when I produce here at the digital desk. This is a time lapse of Falls Park, which is also behind me right now. This is from our live cam. Can you guess what day this is, Scott?
What day this is?
This was recorded?
Boy, you're really putting me on the spot.
It involved you, this specific day, last week.
Last week? I was not at Falls Park.
Okay, 3, 2, 1. This is the aftermath
of the Parade of Lights.
There you go. Yeah, exactly. This is the aftermath of the Parade of Lights. And Jody was obviously watching the Parade of Lights, making sure that our live stream was going well when we were putting this on our website. And he noticed on our live cam that a lot of people after the Parade of Lights were heading straight to Falls Park. Good. I'm sure that is a tradition around here in KELOLAND. And so he moved our live cam and started recording. And actually, this recording is now featured in our Enjoy the Moment slate that you see on KELOLAND Plus. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Do I know what you're talking about?
It's like it's like a...
I'm busy watching the people move around.
When those Enjoy the Moment slates play, it's like quick videos. It's usually like a minute or so long. Okay. It's in between usually our newscasts or some sort of programming.
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly. And so now this is one of the videos that will be featured in the Enjoy the Moments.
Nice.
So, yep, this is now on KELOLAND Plus, under our KELOLAND Plus shows that people can watch this now, too. This time lapse of everyone enjoying. I love how fast they're going.
Scattering around, yeah, right.
Running around. This was kind of
like friends, family. That's great.
I love it. What do you have like a picture perfect moment that you like to go to at Falls Park? Like when you're like Instagram time?
No, because I don't do Instagram stuff.
Or Summer. I need Summer. Summer would get me. If she was here right now, we would be talking about this. I like this live cam is perfect.
Everybody else in the family might, but I don't. I'll just say I just hear, oh, we got to take a picture of this.
Got to take a photo. Got to take a photo.
We need a family photo.
Right there where that little, what is it? Is it an ornament? I think that's an ornament.
Well, I know that they had one last year up by the Queen Bee.
Oh, yeah?
Is that right? Queen the Mill.
That's like that little bakery ice cream place?
Up by, my goodness. Over on the left-hand side there. I know they had the ornament set up.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Higher ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That one's fun. I always like the bridge that you can see on the left side of the video. Like walking on the bridge right there is always really fun. Because it's never slippery, which is like really fun because they salt that so well. And it's always lit up really nicely. I like going over there. Falls Park is a fun spot where I'm like, it's that tourist little spot. You got to get over there. And especially when it's winter.
You probably don't go
time.
enough.
You don't go enough?
No. Yeah, we'll go we always go every winter.
Do you walk or do you drive
Winter Wonderland. We'll drive through.
Okay.
And then we'll probably park because we have to get a picture.
Whose idea was that?
I'm trying to get through this without mentioning any names.
Why? There's a jar. Well, there's actually not a jar.
No, there's not a jar.
There's a figurative jar.
Something to work on for the Christmas party coming up this weekend, right?
Oh, yeah. We have our office Christmas party or a station one coming up, so maybe then I can win a jar. Maybe they'll have it as like a white like a white elephant gift, and it's just a jar that you can pick up and go. This video is long, by the way. It's still going.
Well, it's on repeat.
It's not on loop. It hasn't looped yet.
Oh, I don't know. They look familiar.
What? No, I swear. I swear. I swear. Jody, back me up. Usually he walks by about now. If he does, I'll pull up the other camera. I'll just bring him on.
No, I could have sworn I saw it jump.
You see yourself? I think I did see a jump too. I don't know. Maybe it was buffering or something. This is a 14-minute long video because we're trying to enjoy the moment. KELOLAND Plus.
Boy.
What?
This segment's really...
You like this segment?
It's really different.
Well, I bring it up, too, because I'm sure a lot of people will be enjoying it this weekend, especially if snow is coming in on Saturday.
More snow coming in.
I mean, because...
Saturday, another clipper.
Clipper. I love that you say it. I always think nail clippers, and then I'm like, no. It's winter weather clipper.
Yeah. It's like a boat. Like a boat. Sail clipper.
I don't know. I'm not a boat person.
Okay.
I don't take care of boats. I'll be on a boat.
And I'm not an Instagram person. So we're even.
Good thing there's no clippers on Instagram that you need to worry about. Just taking photos. Finding good poses. I don't know. I'm really bad at poses because I was in I have friends and they were in sororities, and those sorority girls, they know how to pose because they're so good with photos and like good about like sharing like what's going on and stuff like that. So they have all these good poses. So my friends would always be like, "Hey, Maddie, do a pose," and I'm like, just smiling, and they're like, "No, you got to like do
Aren't you
something,
supposed to
like
put your
physically."
hand on your hip and
Yeah,
stick it
like, you
out
gotta do,
farther
like,
or something? And
you got to
have to
stick
have
out your right foot just a little bit ahead of you, like
then
turn your
turn
head
the
in a little.
hips.
Yep. Hit one shoulder
But your
to
head's
the
supposed
other.
to be the opposite direction. Here comes Jody. Your head's supposed to be the opposite way of your hips.
Jody, we just showed the Falls Park. The Falls Park video. Enjoying the moment. We're still recording right now, but
And how long is that video?
the video is 14. Okay, yep, he said 15 minutes in
I
case
could have
people
sworn
can
I saw
hear.
that thing start again. Maybe you had it playing a long time.
I had it for like 4 minutes. It was playing for like 4 minutes, Jody.
Was it playing
It was
behind
fun.
the
And then I was
background?
saying that that's an enjoy the moment now on KELOLAND Plus because it's so fun. And more snow on the way, so more people will probably be out at Falls Park, which you can see behind me.
Thanks for stopping, Jody.
Jody, we were saying that. I know he's going to walk by at some point, so we could grab him in, put him in.
Yeah, more snow on the way. We talk about that on Whether or Not. Of
course you do.
We explain what a clipper is, so you might want to watch that.
I have to watch that segment.
Yeah.
Already aired, but it's now on demand on KELOLAND Plus, so everyone, including myself, can watch and learn what a clipper is, so that I don't have to bother you about it here on Inside the
Oh, you're
Newsroom.
no bother.
Thank you. Yes. All right, Scott, we're out of time. Anything else you want to
No,
tell the
that's
viewers about?
it.
No, you're done.
Yep.
We're done.
I won't be here tomorrow. I'll end it on that one. Hit that applause button.
Yeah, where's the? Hold on, let me try to find it real quick. Just for Scott, just for you.
Make sure it's potted up, too.
Scott will not be here tomorrow. Oh, that's the wrong
DJ
one. That's the wrong one. Oh, wait, here it is. Scott will not be here tomorrow.
There we go.
This is his sound effects that he uses, not me. It's a joy and a treat when I get to use them. And I have to like look at them. What's your foghorn?
That's when it's foggy.
I will say I did see on Whether or Not, because I was watching like a little bit of a clip when you were talking about the weather or the winter clipper. Is it winter clipper or weather clipper?
Alberta. Because
you
it
had like a
comes out of-
boat because of the
Right,
boat
because-
clipper.
yes,
Oh, now it's all
see?
coming together.
There you go. See, watch that segment over again, and you'll know.
And I'll understand.
You'll be in the know.
Okay, Inside the Newsroom's done. We're going to go watch Whether or Not now on demand.
Can I wave now?
You can wave now. Until next time, have a great
Bye.
day, everyone. Thank you for watching.